Hey guys, this is Miss Analytical coming to you straight out of Spreaker.com. I just want to take this time out to thank everyone who has listened to my videos on Spreaker.com and who has also viewed my videos on YouTube. I just appreciate all of the views and all the support, even though I'm a new YouTuber and new on Spreaker.com. Regardless of the amount of views, whether they're small or large, I'm very appreciative. I'm very thankful for them as well. My channel is growing. I'm building more content, and I'm gonna really make it really big for 2018 as far as my channel. What I want to talk about today is the whole Umar Johnson scandal. It's going to be more than one video. It's probably going to be about maybe 4 videos about it. But I'm going to start off discussing about Umar Johnson bringing to light his license possibly being revoked by the state of Pennsylvania. Now, if you're familiar with Umar Johnson, it's a little bit tricky because he gives a bio of himself, but a lot of people question his bio. So I'm going to go about from what he states, who he is. He is a doctor of child psychology, and he boasts about being a nationally credited psychologist. He states that he is the #1 most requested speaker in the country, and that he has 5 degrees, and that he is a specialist and an expert in his field. Also, he has created a school called the FDMG Academy, which stands for Frederick Douglass, who he is a descendant of, and he claims as a kinsman, and Marcus Garvey, who is one of his heroes. Let me see what else. He also states that he wants to make the school for boys, and that nobody else has this type of idea but him, and that he is the best person to do it. Now I'm going to explain to you why I think that his bio is a little bit sketchy, because a lot of people have stated that Umar Johnson is a fraud. And this goes back when I first heard it. I first heard it in around about 2015. It was whispers around 2014, but 2015 was when it clinched. It's like, listen, he's a fraud. And it was really when the whole conscious stripper, stupid tobacco came out. Now, I'm going to say things a little bit different, and I'm going to switch gears, because I want to just focus on the school and why his license may be in danger, because the paper looked official. It didn't look like a scam paper, because a lot of people really have a hate for Dr. Umar Johnson, but that paper really looked real. It did not look fake. It really looked like he had to go before a court hearing. He had to go and take care of this matter, and that it's a possibility that his license is going to be revoked, and more than likely is no coming back from that. Now, I'm going to say this. When you face a delicensing, it could be many things. It doesn't have to be for fraud based on the school, because a lot of people state that, Umar Johnson is not building the school. I believe that his license is being revoked because of his conduct on social media. Now, I'm going to give you play by play. Let's go back to the conscious stripper scandal. When that came out, the text messages were posted. He spoke about how he wanted to crush her cookies. That's her vagina, from the song with LL Cool J from back in the day. He also talked about the sexual experiences they had. And then when the scandal imploded, he calls her a maggot bitch. That's not conduct that's fitting for a person who not only has a doctorate in child psychology, but also wants to be a leader in founding a school. You don't want somebody like him to be a leader for your young boys or children in general, for that matter, or even like adolescents, teenagers. You wouldn't want somebody with that type of conduct being a leader. Yes, he says that he wants to sleep with women who have high standards, but men are men and women are women, and sometimes they have those urges that they want to kick off. But it was a way that he could have did it, and I think that being with somebody like her, because I do believe she was a plan. I honestly really do. I think she came there to take him down. I really do. But still, I feel as though Umar, being that he was nationally known as a speaker and that the people were donating to his school, I think he messed up with that one, with the conscious stripper scandal. And I believe that was that was one of the problems that he has, which is why they possibly want to revoke the license. I do think, number 2, the beef with Sonetta could have did it. Maybe not that much, but him beefing with a lot of different people in the quote-unquote Hotep community, conscious community, is not a good look. Third, the SETI drama. That SETI drama. It was sad because he let SETI get under his skin. SETI, I wouldn't have said nothing about SETI. SETI is like, he's in his own world. Just let him be. You have a doctorate in psychology. If you have this doctorate, why are you letting street stuff bother you? And then you called your fake goon. You called fake goon. Like, the whole thing was just tasteless and really disgusting, and it was just horribly sad. You made yourself look like a fraud. You made yourself look like a poser, Umar, for that one. And that's when people started pulling away. 3, I do say the school, because every time people have asked him about the money, he's never, ever given a straight answer about a business plan. Now I'm going to talk about building schools, because I know a little bit about founding a school because of other people who have worked on creating a school, mainly a private charter school, a daycare center. And I'm going to say this. It's one of my dreams to create a school. I've wanted to create a school since I was 5, 6 years old. And that's something that I'm going to do. I'm really going to do it. But I know from talking to other people years ago that when you're building a school that's private, you have to have a board. You also have to have set aside board insurance. You also have to have building insurance. And you also have to have money lined up, invested for paying your staff, whether it's your faculty, your support staff, and also you have to have money set aside for supplies, taking care of the building, and the money has to be 3 months saved up, 3 years ahead before you can open. So let's say I have a school, and I want to have my school to be in elementary school. I want it to be between the grades of K to 5. I want to have about 60 students per grade. At least 60 students. I would say, let's say 50 students per grade. So that's kindergarten, 4th, 5th, 50 times 6. That's 300. Okay? So that's 300 students in my school. I want to have a support staff of about, including faculty, I want to have about a staff of 25 people. I just want to be realistic. In order to do that for 1 year, I would need about a good $500,000, which means that in order to keep my school running, I would need for the first 3 years, set aside $500,000. I would need about a good 1.5 to 2 million. If I'm talking really big with salaries. Now, if it's going to be really small, I could do with fundraising maybe $1 million. But it's really hard to open a school, which is why I would just do a daycare. That's just me. Because when you have to pay people good salaries, that's a little bit hard. And then you have to go with the building, and then you have to go with taking care of things. You have to have money set aside. It's really hard. So I do believe that Umar had a good idea, but he didn't know what he was getting himself into. And he saw more than likely that it's very complex. And I think he's kind of backing out. Now, the GoFundMe account has been shut down. Hopefully, everybody got their money returned. If GoFundMe shut it down, then GoFundMe is legally responsible to return their money. If Umar Johnson shut it down, he does not have to return your money legally because donations aren't legally seen as gifts. He can take the 400K and just walk away. Legally, he's not held liable because you didn't give it for a return unless you want to see the school. Now, those who donated and he shut it down himself, you could actually boycott him to where you don't want him speaking at certain institutions that you own, where you work at, and vice versa. I'm going to say this. The Umar Johnson situation is so complex because Umar Johnson made it complex. All he had to do initially was show proof of his degrees. If he would have showed proof of his degrees, we would not be talking about it as bad. His conduct is something different. And I think the issue deals with his father. Plain and simple. And I believe that the Pennsylvania State Board of Licensing wants to revoke it because of his conduct. I don't think they even care about the school and the fundraising. I think they want to neutralize him by revoking it because he's making them look bad. And I think they don't want to go through any lawsuits with the man because when you have a D-licensing, right, that means he already has a license to practice. That means that's a proof that he has it. But see, Umar likes this cat and mouse game because Umar likes attention. We're talking about him. I'm talking about him right now. He's given life. This is what he likes. He's an attention seeker. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's sad for a man of his caliber to want to behave this way, being highly educated. And I see that there are unresolved issues that he himself needs to address. He's already in his 40s. There's no need to act like that anymore. So, this is my first part about the Umar Johnson scandal. I'm going to make some more videos. And I will be talking about the Tariq Nasheed versus Umar Johnson beef. Because I'm not going to lie to you. It was entertaining. But it was also something that I wish would have happened. So I'm signing off, guys. Thank you and have a good night.